Rasiah Raslyn Agatha. The privilege, Rasiah Raslyn Agatha.
Thank you, Contest Chair. A few years ago, I picked up the violin, and I was about to take my Grade 1 exam. Then I noticed that the rest of my exam takers, no more than 6 years old. So I took in a deep breath, took the exam, and I took the candies they put out for after the exams. And then there was my grandmother, or Amma, as we like to call her affectionately. My grandmother decided, at the age of 65, that it's time to conquer her fear of heights by learning to parasail. But my grandmother did not understand English at that time, so it was rather amusing, because there was my grandmother on the platform, there was my youngest aunt on the ground, with a loud hailer, translating all the instructions from the operator to my grandmother in Chinese. And off she went. Thankfully, she landed fine. So a few years later, my grandmother decided to learn English. She signed up for lessons at the local community center, and within a few short months, my grandmother could order her favorite meal at McDonald's in English. There was only one problem. She kept asking for onion rings. So I had to tell her, Amma, onion rings, Burger King, McDonald's don't have. Until one day she confessed to me, she knew. She just loved the sound of the words onion rings. My grandmother made it a mission to learn anything and everything she could. At the ripe old age, including cha-cha and salsa. Nearly a month before she passed away at the age of 90, she was still learning. She was learning diligently the songs from her set because she was going to be the lead singer of a band of musicians 20 years younger than her. I asked my grandmother, right? Amma, why you learn so much? You're already retired, relax lah. But what my grandmother told me, I'll always remember. Aline, your Amma never went to school, but I always like to learn. Learning is a privilege Amma never had growing up as a child. You don't ever give up that privilege. You will learn and learn as much as you can. With those words etched in my heart, at the ripe old age of 30, I entered university for the first time. 4 years later, I graduated with a bachelor's in communications and a husband in tow. When we moved to Abu Dhabi, I signed up for Arabic lessons, and after about, 5 weeks of lessons, I could successfully direct a Moroccan cab driver, in part Arabic and in part French. Instead of being impressed, my husband just said, well, at least the money spent on your lesson wasn't wasted. Remember the violin that I was learning? Yeah, that same husband of mine, yes, it's the same one. He said that I have improved. I've gone from sounding like a cat being strangled to a screeching falcon. Wait till I break it to him that I'm planning to take up the drums next. In Chinese, we have a saying, 活到老，学到老, simply means that you will learn for as long as you are alive. Lifelong learning is a concept that my grandmother certainly embodied. And today it becomes more crucial because 50% of people over the age of 85 will develop dementia of some sort. And unlike Muhammad Katani in his famous, legendary power of words, right? I did not make up those numbers, They're real. Learning actually helps to build up your cognitive reserves and in turn starve off your cognitive decline. And you know, these numbers are really real given our longer life expectancy. But that aside, many of us here are at a point in our careers where we're constantly giving, only because you have amassed the knowledge base and the experience. By taking up a course outside of your area of expertise, or even one that enhances it, you will be giving yourself essentially a break and allowing your mind to become sponges once again, to be able to absorb information instead of churning it out. Gift your mind this privilege. Learning also grounds us. It reminds us that we always have room for improvement. That we too, at the pinnacle of our careers, need to be humble and simply learn. Gift yourself the privilege of humility. Learning can also benefit the people around us. Take learning first aid or sign language, for example. Benefit the people around you with this privilege. The opportunity to learn is always there. May it be a new language, an instrument that you've always wanted to master, or exploring a new skill that benefits people around you. I reiterate my grandmother's words. Learning is a privilege, not merely to hinder the path of dementia, but also to broaden our minds and to benefit ourselves and others around us. My grandmother gifted me the privilege of lifelong learning. In turn, I have the privilege today to stand before you and share this with you. Therefore, I urge you to embrace lifelong learning, and together we will benefit ourselves and others. Over to you.